Hello everybody and welcome back. Doing some more art today. We're actually not going to work on this one because I've actually done a lot of work on the red squirrel based hadozee today. I'm going to do some work on two of the others, largely the faces of the sugar glider style hadozee, as well as potentially the what I call the Humboldt squid. Humboldt illithid, based on the Humboldt squid heads. Because, like I said, I've done a lot of work on this one today. In particular, because it's been a while since I've been on the stream doing this one. When I did that, the last art stream for this, I focused on the hands and getting this cow nine-tail style whip done with a very, let's see, alright, let's close the folder. With the pose being based on this, wrong one. Based on this task manager artwork someone did. I thought it was a very imposing, dominating pose, which is why I went with it. I'm not great at coming up with dynamic poses myself. So having some inspiration like that really helped. Yeah, I've got the kind of webbing here, which I will keep partially see-through. It's a lot more see-through right now, just for the sake of getting alignment right. But it'll be only a little bit, and I'll give like a light source on the back to kind of like shine through and help show very minuscule veining, because I mean this is just excess skin. It's how they would glide for this fantasy race, well, space fantasy race. Yeah, the stuff I mostly worked on was the clothing. I've got multiple layers for these kind of like brooches, buttons, what have you, to help pin front and back. One very ancient Greece style of sheetwear that's just kind of like pinned in place around the body, or with belts to keep everyone decent. I did this style of ring belt knot just because the weighted metal end tip of the belt itself could help weigh down the front from flapping up and giving the full Marilyn Monroe for a furry race. That'd probably be a bit much. And for some fun detail, I'm going to have the layers of this, like there's some excess cloth beyond where this would extend and kind of just drape over it, and also under this belt, because again, that's how it stays on. And it was kind of fun figuring that out. Also got the legs, well, shaped out, not done, but shaped out now, which should help. Yeah, very proud of it. Still need to figure out how to make the edges feel a bit more fluffy like hair rather than kind of ghostly emanations. But it looks fine. Looks just fine. You know, sugar glider. I've just kind of like copied the chest, torso, as well as the legs, trying to get it. Because I also liked how these came out kind of like foot-like. Though we won't need those for this, so we're just gonna bring that down, minimize how much the program Inkscape is having to show. And oh right, almost forgot the Electroswing for people who are just here to chill. Actually, I should turn that down a little bit for you guys and for me. From YouTube, perhaps. Yeah, that balance isn't bad. I'll go ahead and might as well copy paste the URL. Those who are interested in perhaps listen to this particular video at a later date. Because Electroswing is very fun, very energetic. I've seen some people dance to it that is beyond my skill, but I very much wish it was not. Wait, why is it not drawing? There we go. Kind of gives the impression of like nasal folds. Ah, that's because it's not a chord. Yep. I always forget it doesn't default to my most used form. Alright. Okay. I'll maybe adjust it when I finish this, but that can wait. Wait, no. Yeah, that's it. At least the head. So again, just so I kind of get the base color here, which I'm going to lighten for the face itself. There you go. A bit closer to like a military olive green. It's not what I want, but it's a good base color to layer the other patterns on top of. What I'd really like is kind of a brown green, but I'm not quite sure how to get it with this. Actually, that's actually pretty close to what I was looking for. Guess I need a little bit more yellow. Okay, we're gonna fix here first, and then we'll go to the patterns to replicate. Yeah, kind of like this, because we'll have the neck as a separate layer, so it could be underneath it. Thing we need to do, because the sketch is only a side profile, I want to be a bit more of a 3/4. So we're going to actually move the nose in about there, and we're going to adjust this bit. Extend here, and then put another like that. Bring this in. Gives more of a dimensionality look to that. Oh wait, I also need to make this curve. Let's make it like that. That looks good. Alright, we don't need the head base in there yet. Next up we'll do the eye. We'll do here. First, make it a pass, so we make some small adjustments to it. For example, here to keep the kind of like main roundness of it. Extend these down, particularly this one, this. Kind of like get this eye fold here. Like this, so we can make it a bit more almond shape. Not for any other reason except the pun. Squirrels, nuts and seeds and whatnot. But it looks good. Do that. Yeah, there's almost no color there, which is great. Eyeball. Let's see what happens if we shrink the stroke a little bit. good, not quite. There we go. And then the fill. See, I'm going to have this mostly dark, but I'm not sure what color I would like to be the main thing. And also we need a reverse. That needs to be dark on the outside. Alt self here. Brown would not be remiss. I don't want to go too far into that. Yeah, let's look it up. Scroll I. A lot of the images have got kind of a lighter blue reflection from their surroundings and the surrounding lights, with other colors looking like AI generation that did not use squirrel eyes whatsoever, or clearly photoshopped like this one red eye one. So we will go with a lighter blue, actually. A dark brown for the eye itself, but the shines leading to more of a blue. So we'll start by going to this like purple area. 287. And this is where we'll find our brown. I bring the saturation way down, bring the lightness in a little bit, and going a bit more into the blue. Actually, yeah, over here to the orange. I'll bring the color itself more to a blue. Lightness like this, that's actually really good. That's about what I was looking for too. Though smaller shine would be better. Make a it's frosty. This bit closer blue by a couple points. That's good. Now we just need to make it a bit more oval. Nope, not what it's trying to do. Ah, perfect. I did not intentionally make the points like this, but I will use that. Not bad. Very much helps the kind of like alien look to it. The only other thing I could do is bring this bring it in like that, and then make just an absolute black here. Copy this color there. Something like that. This really helps bring out depth of darkness there. Question is this turned enough that we should see some of the eye here? I don't think so. I think that's far enough back. It should not be visible. Ooh, now I'm seeing this again. It's coming out very puppy-like. So we might as well even out these curves a little bit. We can probably get rid of this one as well. Not exactly what we want, but it's fine. Double check. Do sugar gliders usually have visible teeth? Also, wow, the volume across these is inconsistent. Oh, did not mean to silence. Sorry about that blip. Okay, there we go. That audio balance is a lot closer. Let's see. Yeah, they don't typically have visible teeth from the looks of it, so we will not do that. We will go back to the original plan. This mouth. We can come in here, get rid of the stroke. Take the green of this and make it a couple shades darker to put underneath the head base. There we go. A little darker. That looks pretty good. Actually, with the sugar gliders here, maybe I should make this jawline come up a bit, because that's actually looking a bit too thick. Here we go, head base. Like that. And for fun. There we go. And for the color here. Wait, now we want to go with just a little bit of a blip. Why not? It's our fantasy race. We're gonna do what we want. Need to adjust this a bit though. There you go. That looks a bit more natural. All right, but we still have some face markings to make. Let's do head base. Oh. Tongue. Okay, let's mark there, and there. Let's do this ear next, actually. Inside the ear, take this, and we're just gonna desaturate that some more, as well as lighten it up a few shades. They don't quite have the ear tip like this, do they? Let's do better, and then we can keep this kind of like the fold in the ear. So it kind of comes up. There. Alrighty, and then, not that much stroke. Yeah, we'll start with a just a 1mm stroke around, and we're going to make another layer above it. Here. Oh, I spelled that multiple times, multiple ways. Here, outline. Okay. That way we can mess with this one to kind of enhance the border. With this stroke style, we're going to reduce to 0.5 and make it gray. So we, oh, right, I forgot it does not auto pay for that. There we go. So to start, there you go, like that. That way it's easier to mess with the outline. And here we put one here, use this out. Oh, you need to be a corner, so you can come like that. It's actually looking pretty good. Don't need the thickness here. I guess it's like the part where inside's covered. Okay, all we need to do then, go over here for the fill. Actually, a little bit's probably not bad. Like that, I can just expand this out. That it's, yeah, fully dark in there. The outline black again. Actually, we can probably reduce this even further. Let's make it 0.3. Yeah, that slims it up nicely. Alright, for the inside, we can come in here now. Mess with the fill, we'll make it like this. We'll make this one there we go. Bit more of a darker kind of blush to it. The other end we're gonna bring up to more of a lighter, more desaturated to give it a nice kind of gradient in there. Kind of give some softness to the color scheme because more of it's going to be these kind of darker greens. Go. And the great thing about having a separate layer just for the outline, I can duplicate it, flip it to this, call this BG ear. Oh. Oh no, what did I do? Okay. BG ear. In which case we can now simplify this stuff. Head base, there we go. There we go. We get the more in-depth shadows later, but it's important to have that now. Oh, I just noticed something on the other ear. Okay. There we go. Then go where it kind of folds over. We probably need a bit more over here. To like that, right? Oh yeah, that's looking real nice. Real snazzy. That. Now I just need this to kind of like mirror that a little more at least. Not that much. And there we are. We got the big ears for listening. Hold. This together because it is just the foreground here. So we got the mouth, we got the blip. Here. I'm having trouble finding base every time I have to look for it, so we're just going to make that all caps, stand out a bit more. But alright, onto the facial markings. The way we're going to do these, we call this cheek markings, is going to be different than other ways I've done it. We're going to start by giving an outline, not that thick again, just so I can remember where it is. What we're going to do is a pattern. Oh wait, I'm on stroke still, damn it. For the fill, do a pattern like this. go. Orientation like so. We're going to add some blur to it. Not thick enough of a pattern. So let's find something else. Grids, perhaps? No, I want a little bit of waviness. Ooh. Interesting. I don't think it's going to work for this. Decoratives. Oh wait, we were in decoratives. Here we go. No. Ooh, halftones though. Halftones. It's not. What am I thinking? Am I thinking patterns? No, shading. I forgot. Shading's a different category. Okay. Still very big. How about like this? The orientation probably also help. Okay. Nope, wrong direction. Good orientation. Let's do 85. Aha. There you go. That should be good. That way there's some definite light parts in there. But not all of them. Alright, head base back up. Go dodge. Overly's interesting, but not quite. Stick with overlay and let's go back in here. Can I change color? I can. Perfect. Okay, let's start with here. More to the browns. That's good. That is good. Okay, let's try some of the other options here. Ooh, hard light's pretty good. Might do this in a bit more blur. That's good, and then reduce opacity some and some shrink. I think that's good. I think that's really good because it's not too distracting. And I just need to, if I forget, copy this color. Let's see for the stroke. No, I think the outline is what helps here. I think what we do though, there. for one, make it the same color. Also make this color a little opaque. There you go. Still got most of the shapeage up here, but these thinner parts, it looks more like there's just less there. And that's good. Alright, now we need head base on. Can't see that, so we can remove them. And take a chip and eat it. Sorry, big stretch there. And fucking train outside again. Another night in a row. Oh well, get face marking. Snout marking, same business. Oh, wrong direction for that. There we go. Oh, it's darker, closer to the snout here, rather than closer to the mouth. It's hard light. Right? Hard light. That's 74. Blur of 32 on this. What's blur here? Oh, less. Okay. There we go. I think it's just a matter of adjusting this so we have darker portions. There we go. Alright, lastly is the head, which is going to come up through here. fill pattern. There we go. Okay, I thought you snuck its way in there because I was bad with clicking shit. Okay. That's pretty good. And then I'm going to duplicate this. Because we don't need the whole shape. Go here, intersection, that's it. White, and then we forehead. We set the mask. That way does not. Ah, wait, that. There we go. Now it'll work the way intended. Okay, there we go. I think I came in here, I forgot, yes. Forgot to do that. There, that way there's some outline to it, but not a lot. Right, now I forgot to do this hard light. Put this down a little bit. Pretty good. It'll look even better when I get a gradient on the head. That's good. Right, I do need to see, release the mask, then I can add some more points here. There we go. Now it's not overlapping that ear, which is not what we want. All right. Next, the neck. this all the way down below torso. That looks really good there. Go here, and we once again come in, darken a few shades so it looks behind this. And that makes this jawline kind of disappear here at the back of the neck, which is where we don't want it visible. Darken. That's looking real good. I think. Let's see, we have the legs visible. I was going to wait on the arms until I finish Red Dawn, but I think we got good enough work done on the head for this one. Hey, that's only first hour. That's good. Ooh, another big stretch. Alright. We can close Sugar Glider and actually come back in here. I can close that. Make the... Where's the other leg? Oh, left leg. There it is. Yeah, just the silhouette of this pose so far, not all that bad. Now I need a new one. There we go. So first things first, the artistic reference I'm going to be putting in here. Ooh, that came from the wrong folder. Here we go. Yes, I'm thinking of using this one. We're going to say blocky because it doesn't need to be super smooth. So, the context of this is, it's taken from a TikTok where two roommates are having their boyfriends read the list of potential symptoms of their birth control. And they're both like different sheets. Like he had a separate one he's looking at and he's like, Jesus, heard a symptom. It's like, you've got a different one than me, bruv. Or something like that. And I thought this would be really interesting to twist for like these two reading a scroll or some shit. The question is, do I want to keep this pose here? Or, come on, let me read this. G pose ref. Or we're going to duplicate for this one. I twist it like this one's reading at a table. And it's like, what the fuck is it I just read? This other guy's coming in, it's like, whoa, what the... yeah, we are gonna go ahead and leave it like this. And we'll base the, our squid head off this guy's current pose. We can always twist it later. Always, we're gonna start with circles. Who doesn't like circles? Such a nice, pleasant shape. Get this. Sorry, just getting a reference for Illithid. There we go. Oh, not low enough to be visible behind it. Yes, there we go. Wait, I just moved it here. I'm an idiot. Okay, so we do this, and then we'll duplicate this one. The elongated squid head they're gonna have. actually, let's again duplicate this because it's got the perfect width already. No, we're not going to do it like that. But we'll put this one back behind here. First, make this pass so we have more control over it. That's actually pretty good. I'll probably keep them as separate layers because I will need to do more stuff. But one thing I can do is, if I want to name this face, point. It's pretty good, and then I won't need that reference. Bolt squid time. Phew. Alright, to make this even more, I should probably thin out the face. As well as this. Because that's already a lot more squid-like. And the round bulbous octopi style. And for the face here, we're going to make I see. Go this. Maybe clear here. Like that, yeah. That'll do. Alright, for the kind of like droopy fins. Oh, that's wrong tool. I almost tried to put some letters on there. It's like that would have been silly. This. Actually, that would be easier. Yeah. Just move those here. Oh, missed one. it's kind of like hair up here, without being too much so. Kind of drooping off here, though I think better if we bring these up. It's not perfect. The bolt squids, which are more triangular and loose, but I mean, these guys aren't exactly underwater all the time, so they will not be floating like that, or as used for propulsion. One. Duplicate this one, just so I can make sure that this inside line kind of matches. These below the face layer. First off, we bring this in lower because the kind of like 3/4 angle here, less would be visible. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's not perfect by any means. I'm seeing now we can there we go. Gotta look up what colors I said I was going to use for this particular race. Because I know it was different than illithids. I know they ranged to even a very pale pink. But I want one of these guys to be like a very recent shift. Alright, oh, freaking wrong campaign thing. Going to for the notes. Oops. That one. There we go. Alright, here we go. Humboldt, illithids, shades of a reddish purple. Okay. So first, let's go to the face. This we're going to find a kind of a blue purple. That looks about right for a D&D illithid. So actually, that's actually pretty close there. Alright. The squid point. Take this purple. Into the red and the spectrum. Not massively so. Enough to show that there is a swap in the momentum of this guy's training, we'll say. Okay. This in keeps some of that color. Looking much better. In fact, I should. There we go. And then we come to the face, and we're going to make the stroke 7. Yeah, that's good. All right. Now let's try and replicate these eyes. So yeah, the thing about Humboldt squids, they have very human-looking eyes, just huge. In fact, from some angles, they very much look like the kind of pointed, evil, glaring eyes you might see in some of the like old Scooby-Doo cartoons in a dark room. It's good. Maybe if I add eye to this search, I'll get more of their close-ups. Okay, that's a bit much of a close-up. Okay. Angle. Ooh, here we go. This one's got... Oh, but that's not a Humboldt. Damn. This is a good angle, though. Okay. Oh, that's stroke paint. Gotcha. Don't need that. This one we're going to do a very dark, almost black purple for the center. The irisy bit. Alright. A little cartoonish, but I do like it. I think maybe instead of the just pure white, we should have very, maybe a light red. Ooh, there we go. That's actually looking really nice. Perhaps in between them. That sounds like someone's using their smells like someone's using their smoker or something like really close to me. I almost right as I want to say. I gotta look. It smells like skunk, like not the animal. Turn my fan on real quick so to freaking exhaust. This smell sounds like someone's trying to blaze up a real close to my window. Hopefully low speed will not be too loud for the mic. to drown me out, but also very effective for keeping that shit out of my house. I'm not failing a drug test like that. Nope. Well, I think that looks pretty good. Li. Of course, our lovely duplicate. This one we're gonna have to angle a bit. And rename the RI. Alright, with the face back on there. Oh yeah. It looks truly alien. The difficult part will be the face tentacles and keeping this kind of like shocked open mouth look, for sure. So before we even bother with that, let's try and get this kind of like nose mound, because I know they're not really a species that have noses, especially the version shown in Baldur's Gate. This mound, definitely no stroke. I think what we're going to do is like this. Let's see, that's 1266, and then we'll come in with the stroke, and we'll do the same thing. Alright. Soft light's not bad. I think we just need to adjust the gradient itself, and it'll work very nicely. No, we'll leave the schnoz right there. I'll revisit it, because I think it might be a bit wide. Well, actually, no, I can do it right now. I can do it now. I don't have to be lazy about it. Do this. that feels nice. Then we can just come in here and make a couple like slit type shapes. Like many a schnoz would have. There. No. I think color burn. Let's see, we're at 30%. There we go. Nostrils, which we can safely combine. It's their same color, their same effect. It's probably looking a bit more anamorphs than typical illithid, but I think that's fine for this. Going to give him heavier brow ridges and more shallow cheekbones. Because that reads more like psychic race. So, it does that. That doesn't look bad. This one's going to be tricky, though. It's going to be tricky because part of the face is covered up. I'm going to have to make the whole face before making the scroll, really, to make sure the dimensions work rather than being passively good. Yeah, again, for the moment, that looks fine. Right, instead of having ears, we can kind of use the valves, the bivalves, whatever they're called, as a similar thing. That's about the same size. Inside is typically a much lighter color. shape here. Kind of like a tube. Comes up like so. First, yeah, that's closer to the skull. It would be more shadowed. Let's go with these. We can. Oh. Oh, god dang it. I hate it when it does shit like this. Alright. Here's a question mark. Which will not need here. And, it's not bad. It could certainly be better if I was more talented. But I'm not. I still need to figure out how to do freaking good curly tentacle looking shit. Ah, well. But before we go, I think we can do one more thing. We're going to mess with the colors on these kind of side fins. We don't need this. So, there we go. Okay, this side, because it's thinner, we're just going to do a linear gradient. I mean, obviously, one of them is going to be this kind of pink. One will be the purple. What we're going to do is we're going to make the purple 2 shades lighter, but also remove some saturation. 1336. $13.36, perfect. Stroke. Jesus Christ, it's huge. Nah, that's too thick. 7, still too much. 3.3 is good. Alright, we're gonna do a gradient. From that blue. Okay, just had to move fast enough for it to say, fuck that. Okay. It is... Oh, I see. It's because that side is this. Sick. That side 0. Too dark. There we go. Helps give a defined edge to that side, but not too much. 1343. 43. Once again, I have to fix this. Wrong one. Very subtle. But I know it's there. That's the big thing that matters. Alright, I'm starting to get stiff because I did not prepare properly for this stream because I was not expecting this stream. So I think that is where we'll leave it. We made good progress on the illithid skull. We got the one dynamic pose to do it. We also got... the sugar glider styled head pretty good, and with some minor gradients. I'll get the shape right, get the colors decided. Still need to really define the body, the legs, get any arms on there. And finally showing off what is done of the red, very dominating pose, red squirrel style, complete with this belt which will both keep both halves of the sheetwear on her body, but also keep everything very appropriate for the public. Which kind of goes against the, the fact they've got a fucking whip. But that's just how it be sometimes. That being said, let's go to the BRB screen and find someone to raid out into. First, where's the music? There it is. Because I don't need it playing on my side if y'all can't hear it. But yeah. I hope y'all enjoyed the Electroswing nightclub that tonight kind of became. But it's a Guerilla art stream. It's out of nowhere. And for those of you watching the VOD on YouTube, I will for sure have linked this particular... Oh, trying to copy the link again. There we go. So I can't forget about the link. But I'll have that linked in the description for anyone who wishes to hear. Let's see who he is currently on. Twitch. Ooh. You know what's very fitting? going over to Pink, who's playing some Baldur's Gate 3. About 3 hours in, but I don't think they're about to, Oh yeah, they're setting up a Warlock, and I guess they got to the level where they can choose their Pact Boon. Yeah, let us... Slash rate, that's right. Pink Raru, a Pink Reiku. That might be someone else entirely. But yeah, those of you who are able to catch this unplanned stream live, I hope you enjoyed yourselves. Those of you who came and watched on YouTube, I hope you enjoyed the kind of shitty but still something steps of getting these fantasy races some actual art for my campaign. It's been fun, just chilling with music. I hope to see you guys again real soon, but as always, hope you guys are eating enough, drinking enough, getting enough sleep. Take care of your body so your body can take care of you. And I'll see you guys around.